coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And he's going to bring this one out. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it back. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Quarterback making checks. To throw, it's Owens. Snagged out of the air. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, they knew it wasn't going to be easy against this defense throwing the football, right? They've got a pass rush. This quarterback was going to be under duress. He gets drilled, but he gets his first completion on the opening drive of the game. It's going to look like this the rest of the way.
On the run, it's Joyner. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Might as well give it to him again. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. The Red Raiders headed quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. Looking for more room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
Oh, he's got some space.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Red Raiders just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Back to throw, it's Owens. Got a man, it's Eakin. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Pulled down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see. Using his legs, it's Turner. Gets it past the marker. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Right back to the well. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Reed. He's got it on the move. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, South Carolina. Quick strike through the air for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Miles. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's West. Just came out and fired a strike on the slant.
And those are tough catches to make because you know you're going to have that defender draped all over you. So you've got to have strong hands, and you saw that receiver pluck the ball.
The Red Raiders in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. And the Red Raiders are facing 3rd and inches. He might want another play. Trying play action. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look, so there's 2 safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him, keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. On the move, he fires. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He's at the 40.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
2nd down coming up.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Owens. It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas Tech.
It'll be 3rd and long. The play action fake. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And 3rd and long, and the offense goes with a little play action. I don't know why the threat of the run. I'm not scared by that. You can tell the defense doesn't honor it, doesn't buy it, flies by the line, gets to the quarterback, gets the big 3rd down stop.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Got his man downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like 4th and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
Dropping back, it's Owens. Throws to the tight end. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
We've seen a lot of good hands in the back end of this defense in this game. They've got multiple interceptions. That was not a good example, though. That should have been another one, but they say people play defense for a reason.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got him this time. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Just keep slinging it. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown. Gamecocks. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Navy. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback may change this route. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Texas Tech.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Owens. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Ings got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to Pott with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this 3rd possession. To work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Touchdown Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
And your Texas Tech Red Raiders will take over 1st and 10.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Yeah, and those corner routes are tough to throw for an offense. You try to force it, in between coverage a lot of times, and you could tell it was great defense. Nice job getting a hand in the air, getting it on the football, and making sure that receiver can't make a play on it.
Finds the tight end. Crosses the 30. Bulldozes his way through. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Owens. He rifles one deep down the middle. And this will be caught at the 30.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
The Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Pass completion, move the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to keep it in the air. On the run, still looking. He's going to run it. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
And the Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for room, it's Joyner. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. They'll run it. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
Brought down at the 1-yard line. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground, looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. An 84-yard drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. If the offense has had enough, they'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. As expected, they're content to run out the clock and go into halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gamecocks will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee and... We'll start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Looking for a man. It's Owens. Bringing the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Going for it on 4th down must be part of their philosophy. Just 1 for 3 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Quick pass on the jet motion. Got enough space. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be. And they've looked explosive today.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Kansas State has just had no answer to the ferocious tail kicking they're taking today. And if you thought this coach was colorful before, wait till his postgame. They're trailing by 15 to Tulane. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. The offense changing the play. Back to pass, it's Owens. Right down the middle. He's got it. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. We're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
The give from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'd be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Gonna sling it on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. That's caught. It's Hudson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, I love the job in coverage there. Sure, the guy made the catch, but right away the defender able to bring him down. No possibility of yak on that play.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Looking to the big tight end. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy every single.
Ball was loose, and he was able to get back on top of his own fumble. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the 1st down. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped.
You can really feel the momentum changing in this game now, can't you? The defense comes away with a massive takeaway deep in their own end. And here's the offense on the 3rd play of this drive, getting the 1st down and doing it running the football. Everything seems to be shifting in this team's favor.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Grab near the marker, it's Odom. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Got a man, it's Odom. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Gamecocks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Get ready. Out of the gun to give to the back.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
1st and goal, South Carolina.
And the Gamecocks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. To the air, it's Reed. Trying to find the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Western Kentucky is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage, but despite all that, we still have a very close game. They're up by 10 over New Mexico State. Implications galore inside CUSA, and we'll circle back should anything big happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out of the end zone. And the returner will be dragged down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to adjust the pattern. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Handoff from the gun. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.